The Finals recently released a new game mode, Solo Bank-It, under Quick Cash. So is this the solo mode that players begged for, or is it a disappointment? I played it for about 3 hours today, and here's my thoughts. And by the way, you'll notice the gameplay in the background. I really suck at this game. And I'm not even going to edit it in a way that hides that and makes me look competent. And there's a reason for that, and we'll get there in a moment. But first, I have a confession. I don't play shooter games. Fortnite is the one exception. Anyhow, I've always seen games like Call of Duty, CSGO, PUBG, and instantly thought to myself, nope, not for me. So it was shocking that I actually liked Fortnite when my friends begged me to play Zero Build with them. I gave it a shot, and I loved it. However, Fortnite sometimes has a bad season, or I just get fed up with playing it. And when Fortnite has a bad season, I will try to play some other battle royales. Overwatch and COD require a phone number, and not a burner phone either. So I just never played them. Yeah, I got a burner phone, and that's the way it's going to stay. PUBG, I actually kind of liked playing that game. Valorant, I played one round of that. I was forced onto a huge team of people not talking to me, and died every time I walked around a corner, like boom, one shot, just dead constantly. I really didn't like that game. I can't fully explain why. I mean, maybe because I sucked super bad, but even if I did good, I don't think I would have liked that game. I just felt like it was the most repetitive sandbox close quarter shooter since this old Nintendo 64 game called GoldenEye. It just felt like a high graphical GoldenEye. Apex. This game looks super fun. However, I am forced to either play duos or trios. There is no single player mode. I hear that there used to be, but it's not there now. Well, I have no friends to play it with, and I hate playing games with random people. I hate feeling the pressure to have to work with strangers, knowing I'm going to let the team down because I have no idea what I'm doing. And emotionally, sometimes I just feel emotionally shy. Like I don't want to speak to anybody. I don't want to be part of a team. I just want to play a game and mindlessly grind. I don't really want to talk to people. I did eventually give in and decide, Apex looks so good, I am going to actually give it a chance. So I clicked pair up with some team or whatever it's called. And my second match in, the guy they teamed me with was cheating. He was running hacks. And he was bragging about it. And afterwards, I found him streaming on Twitch and seen him like running hacks. Like he wasn't joking, he was legit running hacks. And he was making it so painfully obvious. He would do things like throw a smoke bomb down in front of his feet and then just lock onto every player outside of where he could see. He would just start locking onto people. And people knew there's no way this guy can be getting 100% headshots when he's covered inside of smoke and can't see anything. Like, I'm saying, like, things like that, right? Like, it was terrible. This guy was just bragging about it. To be fair, he did get busted cheating. Like, his account got banned after, I don't know, like, the 7th game or something. But then his Twitch channel also got banned about 5 minutes after that. So the fact this guy was cheating so loudly is probably what got him banned. If he was doing it a little bit more casually, not making it so painfully obvious, I don't know how long that guy could have gotten away with it. So I am convinced there's a pretty big cheating problem in Apex when that was my experience playing a second round of that game, right? So I decided, okay, you know what? Maybe Apex ain't for me. Let me give this other game a try. So then I tried the Finals. My computer wouldn't run it because I'm on very old hardware. They don't even make software updates for my graphics card anymore. It's a GTX 660. So really, really old hardware. However, this game does exist on a cloud gaming service called NVIDIA Now, which I do subscribe to. So I was able to play it via the cloud service. I played the Finals for about a week, and good God, I have never sucked so bad at a game before. But you get plenty of respawns and teammates to revive you. But still, I felt bad, like I was always the guy on the team holding everybody back. I really wish there was some way to practice so that I wouldn't be such a burden to my team. Sure, they have a shooting range you can go to, but that, at best, is good for testing weapons to see what they do. By no means are those stationary targets realistically what you're going to encounter when actually playing the game. You could practice inside the shooting range for 100 hours, and you might as well be playing a whole different game, because it has nothing to do with how the actual game plays. Well, now with Solo Bank-It, I can play by myself. And what I discovered was, good God, I suck at this game. I mean, I really suck. There is no video game in the history of video games that I have ever sucked at this bad. But this is not the fault of the devs. This is a personal skill issue. But most importantly, this is the practice I need so that I can get good enough to not let my team down anymore. And unlike the shooting range, you can level up. You actually get your battle pass points, your level points, and whatever the in-game currency is, I forget what it's called, you get those too. In my opinion, this new solo game mode is literally the greatest thing to ever happen to the finals. It's literally the game mode every noob should start with, especially if you don't want to be the guy holding back your team, and that fear of being that guy is keeping you from playing the game. Well, now we have a solo mode, so you can just go into solos and suck as bad as you do, and you're not letting anyone down, and you're not forced to talk to anybody. Let me tell you, it is so intimidating to play a game for the very first time knowing you are instantly getting paired with other players. You don't know how to work your inventory, you're still modifying your game settings, and your team is counting on you. Oh God, what a horrible feeling. But no more. Now we have Solo Banquet. Again, I can't say enough awesome things about this mode. It's seriously what this game needed from day one. Now, let's talk about the downside. The first thing I noticed was that most people are using lightweights, which means everyone is invisible and running around at warp speed. Good God, if you thought this game was tough before, you can't imagine how much tougher it just got. But still, this is good practice. However, if you're really good at the game, and you were the guy who was always tired of weak teammates holding you back, well, this game mode is definitely for you. If you suck, well, on one hand, it's a good way of practice without holding back a team, but on the flip side, there is no one to carry you, so you won't be getting a lot of experience points. If you suck, but want to level up your battle pass, solo mode ain't it. You need to get carried, so you need to keep playing the team modes. You need to go be that burden who gets dragged across the finish line by someone else who clutches it. But if you're a shy gamer, or you just want to practice and get good, and you're not worried about leveling up your battle pass, then this is a great game mode. Now you might be thinking, Starshine, if you suck so bad, won't the skill-based matchmaking put you with easier opponents? Here's the thing. We were told there is skill-based matchmaking. However, a few weeks ago, one of the bigger streamers pointed out that he, who was not that great, is finding himself in lobbies with top players on the leaderboard. His conclusion was, if they are actually running skill-based matchmaking, it is piss poor to be sticking someone like him in lobbies with the pros. And now I'm going to tell you, if there is skill-based matchmaking, why on earth am I constantly getting my ass handed to me? I am very new at the game. I've put in something like 30 hours, if I'm guessing, 30 hours. And I'm constantly coming in 11th place out of 12 players. Okay, 12 players go into the solo mode. I keep coming in like 10 or 11, with a hard 11 being the average. For a few hours of playing solo today, that was my experience. Yeah, I'm calling BS on skill-based matchmaking. And that's actually a good thing. Skill-based matchmaking is terrible. I mean, it does help to get new people into the game. After all, if you load up the game for the first time and you're getting shit on by sweats, it is discouraging. The game feels like shit because all you do is lose. Many people feel that way and walk away from the game and go back to what they know. So that's the upside of skill-based matchmaking. It's easy for noobs. However, skill-based matchmaking has a dark side. It means you will never feel like you're getting good at the game. The reason is, without your knowledge, you are just constantly being bumped up into harder lobbies. If your aim skills have doubled since last year, how would you ever know? Because now you're playing with people who have mastered their movement and know how to avoid being hit. So you end up having the same hit-miss ratio as before. And maybe you've practiced your juking and jiving and your movement skill is going full force. How would you ever know? Because now you're in lobbies with people who don't freaking miss. So you're getting hit just as much as you always did before. Let me put it to you this way. In Fortnite, I got 24 crown wins in Season 1, Chapter 4. So that would have been December of 2022 to February of 2023. I got 22 crowns in Season 2, then 18 crowns in Season 3, 7 crowns in Season 4, and by some weird freak chance I got 3 crown wins in a row for the first time ever while playing Season 5. Then never won a game again for the rest of the season. And this new chapter, Season 1, I got 1 crown. And this season is 2/3 over. So I have no real way of measuring my game progress. Your career level and season battle pass level has nothing to do with skill and everything to do with how much time you've actually played the game. I know I can't possibly be getting worse at the game in spite of the fact that my crown wins get lower and lower and lower. I can't be getting worse at the game. That's backward from logic. The more you practice something, the better you get, not the worse you get. I mean, there is a such thing as over-practicing, but that tends to only have an effect for a very brief amount of time, not an entire year. Nothing is more disheartening than practicing and grinding for years, only to feel like you're getting worse at the game. And that's the dark side of skill-based matchmaking. Many people keep practicing a game because they have it in their head that one day they will get so good they will be able to carry their team. They'll be able to log on and play and do so well they can brag or stream it with pride. They want to get good enough to actually enjoy the game instead of constantly being shit on. But what happens is, the better you do, the harder your lobbies get. It's like running on a treadmill. All that effort, but you never really go anywhere. With skill-based matchmaking off, you get your ass handed to you, humiliated and humbled. But you get better with time, effort, and practice. And then you can see yourself doing better. You get more kills, less deaths, more victories, rank higher in the post-game leaderboard. So what if I keep coming in as number 11 in a 12-man battle royale? I'm going to keep playing until I start coming in 10th place, and then 9th place. You get the picture. This game claims to have skill-based matchmaking. I see no evidence for it, and neither have some other big streamers. And I think that's a good thing. It's time to get your ass handed to you, get humbled, and improve. It's my hope that the finals game devs actually remove whatever the hell they think is skill-based matchmaking, then advertise the game as being without it, and let people just get their asses handed to them and get good at the game. Like I said, the two-edged sword is, if the game is too tough for noobs, they'll run away and play something else. However, if their lobbies just keep getting tougher the more they play, they'll eventually migrate to something else anyhow. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough for the devs. They want to create a kick-ass game that everybody loves. They want to pander to their player base that keeps their game afloat. But they need a constant supply of players spending their money on the game in order to keep the game going. So many games shut down because they just couldn't get the players or they just couldn't retain the players, and they were a new, small company. I got nothing but sympathy for the devs. And I say to all the newcomers, if you're getting your ass handed to you and the game is tough, let yourself be humbled by the experience and keep playing until you get better. In conclusion, the solo game mode for the finals is the best update this game has ever had. This just made it a whole new game. This will allow the unskilled noobs a chance to practice and grind without the fear of being the guy who lets his team down. All those solo players in the past who had no intention of actually doing any teamwork, they would just run off and do their own thing, well now they got a game mode just for them. So they don't have to be the jackass who inconveniences the whole team by just doing their own thing. They've got their own game mode now. It's my hope they never remove this game mode. I hope to practice solo matches until I get good enough to play team matches and become the guy who clutches at last minute and brings his team to victory. So, if you were ever shy about being forced to team with other players, now you don't have to. There's a solo mode, give the finals a try, and that's my video. Have a nice day.